Welcome to Sefali's Yoga and Dean's Diary. I'm Sefali.
And I'm Dean.
Today we're going to be looking at Dean's diet plan, aren't we, Dean?
Yes, Sefali has decided to document my whole diet journey. So this is one part of those ongoing videos. And in this one, I just wanted to talk about some general thoughts about dieting. So the first thing I wanted to discuss was the fact that every single diet I've ever tried, whether it was Atkins, whether it was paleo, whether it was this crazy Sacred Heart diet where you'd have to eat, I think, bananas and milk on Thursday and rice on Wednesday. Every one of these diets, they always worked in the beginning. And I think that's true for most people. When you start a diet, it always seems to work really well at the beginning. But then there have been these studies where they've followed people over 3-4 years. And they've found 95% of people fail in their diet over that period of time. And worse than that, a lot of them, they end up putting on more weight than they had when they started. So the result of their diet was they got even heavier.
Right, I didn't know that. So, Dean, you've been dieting for the last 25 years.
Yeah, I thought you'd bring that up, yeah.
So,
I'm one of those statistics.
Yeah, in your history then, you've tried and tested a lot of these diets and it hasn't worked for you, obviously. So,
Yes.
so now you've found something else, haven't you, Dean?
Well, what I found trying all of this out is each diet I learned something from it, but I've had to now formulate a new set of rules as to what I expect from a diet. Before, I always thought I'll do this diet for 6 months, 8 months, lose weight, and then I can go back to something else, I can do something else. Now I'm realizing if I start the diet, it has to be for the rest of my life. So I have to look at that diet and think, am I going to do this for the next 20, 30 years? Is this something I really enjoy? Is it something that's nice and simple? Is it not too complicated? If life starts to get in the way, will I come off that diet or will I stick to it still? Will it become like a natural part of my life? So that's the first rule I've decided. For any diet that I'm going to do now, it has to comply with that. And the second one, is it healthy in the long term? There's a lot of diets I look at and I think, yeah, I can see that being effective, but I'm not too sure I'd want to do that for 10 years. I think it might actually hurt my health. So those are the two rules that I want now from any diet to actually comply with. The other thing that I've learned over the period of dieting is people, when I started dieting years and years ago, they would say, look, you take it easy, don't go to extremes. Mm-hmm. All you have to do, just eat a tiny bit less, just move a little bit more. And if you keep doing that day by day, you'll take a little bit of weight off every day and you don't have to make any drastic changes. It's just simple little changes, just a little less food, a bit more exercise, and that's enough.
Who would say that?
Well, pretty much everyone says that.
Because I thought I said that as well.
But I found that's not the case. I found really, as in the last couple of months, as I started to help Sefali out with the classes, my whole life is changing. It's not just small things. My hobbies are changing, my interests are changing, the books I read are changing. The books are all now diet, nutrition, exercise. My hobbies are all much more physical. It's not sitting around reading, watching films, watching TV, watching documentaries. Now it's all physical stuff. It's yoga, it's Tai Chi, it's doing physical fitness, it's going out and doing boxing classes. It's all about actually doing physical activities. I think diet and exercise are so fundamental that it's not just a small thing. When you start this journey and you start to do it properly, you will actually change as a person. It'll have a really big impact on every aspect of your life. So I just wanted to give this video first before I started to go into my own diet, because I'm currently following a diet called the longevity diet. So this is the one I've been doing for about a month or 2 months now. And in the next video, I want to cover in depth what I'm doing in this diet, what the rules of this diet is, and how I'm eating. So I'll see you in the next video then. Thanks.
Namaste.